What are air rights in New York City? We'll cover this topic in the following video. I'm Nick at Hauseit. Visit our website, hauseit.com, to learn about ways to save money when buying or selling real estate here in New York City. So let's get started. Air rights in New York City refer to the empty space above a building or simply an undeveloped lot, which may be used for additional development. The owner of a lot with air rights, also known as unused development rights, could potentially add additional stories to an existing structure or sell her or his unused airspace to an adjacent building, which would then be allowed to construct a taller structure by combining the development rights from both lots. Air rights can be bought and sold through a zoning lot merger of contiguous tax lots, or through a special zoning district transfer, or through a landmark transfer. The amount of unused development rights equals the maximum amount of floor area permitted in a zoning lot minus the amount of floor area being utilized by the existing structures. And the maximum amount of floor area relative to lot size is called the floor to area ratio. For example, if a lot is 5,000 square feet and the floor to area ratio is 5, the maximum buildable square footage is 5,000 square feet times 5, or 25,000 square feet. If the current structure is 10,000 square feet, this means that there are unused development rights of 25,000 minus 10,000, or 15,000 square feet. Now, air rights are determined by applying the zoning resolution to a zoning lot. And a zoning lot is comprised of a single tax lot or two or more tax lots contiguous for at least 10 linear feet. The zoning resolution and amendments are adopted by the City Council and City Planning Commission in conjunction with other governmental agencies. New York City is divided into 3 zoning districts: residential R, manufacturing M, and commercial C. Each district is further subdivided into low, medium, and high-density residential, manufacturing, and commercial districts. Zoning districts can be further overlaid by special purpose zoning districts, such as the Special Little Italy District in Lower Manhattan. Another type of zoning district overlay is a commercial overlay. Now, this is commonly seen in residential zoning districts, and it provides for the accommodation of neighborhood retail stores within the residential zoning district. Another type of zoning district overlay is a limited height district. Now, such an overlay imposes height limits on new buildings in certain historic districts, which are designated as such by the Landmarks Preservation Commission. Zoning districts, commercial overlays, and special purpose districts may all be viewed by accessing New York City's zoning and land use map online. You can check this out by clicking the link below in the description or by copying the following URL. So, how are air rights bought and sold? Well, the most common and easiest way to buy and sell air rights is to transact with an adjacent property that is contiguous for at least 10 linear feet. This is called a zoning lot merger of contiguous tax lots. Now, through this method, the owner of the property with unused development rights sells her or his air rights to a neighboring lot, which is contiguous for a minimum of 10 linear feet and located within the same block. The effect of the zoning lot merger is that the unused development rights may be used in development or enlargement on any portion of the newly merged zoning lot. A zoning lot merger does not require special approval from the city. It's also possible to transfer development rights between non-contiguous properties on the same block by what's called through lot transfers. Now, this will merge lots for the purpose of allocating available development rights from formerly non-contiguous zoning lots. There are 2 other more complicated ways to buy and sell air rights. The first is a special zoning district transfer, and the second is a landmark transfer. We'll talk about each of these options now. Special zoning district transfers. The sale and transfer of development rights in special zoning districts is permitted between lots which aren't contiguous. Examples of special zoning district transfers include the following: transfer of development rights from listed theaters in the theater subdistrict of Special MIDTOWN District, subject to CPC certification, authorization, or special permit. Transfer of development rights from landmark sites in Grand Central Subdistrict of Special MIDTOWN District by special permit or certification. Special West Chelsea District High Line Corridor pursuant to as-of-right procedure at DOB with required notice to and review by Department of City Planning. South Street, Subdistrict of Special Lower Manhattan District, subject to certification from City Planning Commission. Transfer of development rights from certain granting sites in Special Hudson Yards District. Now on to landmark transfers. Under a landmark transfer, a Landmarks Preservation Commission designated site may sell development rights to another property, and there is no requirement for both sites to be contiguous. For example, a landmark building may sell its development rights to a building across the street or down the block. Landmark transfers provide owners of landmark buildings with a way to generate revenue to help pay for building upkeep and other projects. A transfer of development rights, also known as a TDR, from a landmark site to adjacent lots or lots across the street requires a special permit from the City Planning Commission. The special permit application is subject to the Uniform Land Use Review Procedure, provisions of City Charter, and environmental review pursuant to the State Environmental Quality Review Act. It also requires certain findings to be made by the City Planning Commission. So, how much do air rights cost in New York City? Well, air rights in New York City range from around $200 to $400 a square foot, but this is negotiable and pricing varies by location and project. Air rights in prime Manhattan neighborhoods with a scarcity of unused development rights can be $400 per square foot or more. Now, air rights are sold and transferred through a purchase and sale agreement, similar to what is used when selling a condo, co-op house, or land. The contract may also contain a light and air easement provision, which, for example, may prevent the seller from blocking the views from the upper floors of the developer's building. Other documents required to effectuate a transfer of unused development rights include the following: Declaration of Zoning Lot Restrictions, Zoning Lot and Development Agreement, Title Company Certification, Zoning Lot Description and Ownership Statement by Building Department Applicant, Department of Buildings Plan Work Approval Application. So there you have it. We hope you found this video helpful, and if you did, please like this video and subscribe to our channel. We greatly appreciate it. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.